blue shadowed mountains, where the wind sings in the voice of a lonely flute, lived a young girl named Samina. The winter was a hungry beast this year, biting at the windows and freezing the breath of the goats. Samina shivered her toes, feeling like cold pebbles, as she looked down at the distant lights of the town in the valley. Her grandmother Manuela saw the girl's trembling hands. Manuela's face was a map of kind wrinkles, and her eyes held the secrets of the earth. She reached into a wooden chest and pulled out a heavy, scratchy burlap sack, a coastal use for carrying grain. "Wear this, my little bird," Manuela said, her voice like warm honey. "It is humble, but it has the strength of the mountains inside it." Manuela carefully cut holes for Ramina's arms and head. The fabric was rough against Amina's skin, smelling of dry earth and old harvests. "Tonight is the great feast at the cathedral," Manuela whispered, kissing Amina's forehead. "Walk with your head high, this sack is a shield against the frost, and a gift from the land that feeds us." Amina began her journey down the winding path. The world felt upside down and magical. The trees seemed to dance in the moonlight, and the snow didn't feel so cold against the thick brown burlap. She felt as though she were walking on clouds, the heavy sack keeping her anchored to the ground while her spirit soared. As she reached for town, the air changed. It smelled of roasting chestnuts and expensive perfumes. Samina saw the great cathedral, its stained glass windows glowing like jewels dropped in the snow. She felt a little nervous now, pulling the rough edges of her Costal closer to her chest. To her chest. Inside the cathedral, the air was thick with the scent of incense and the sound of 100 voices. Samina walked down the center aisle, but the beauty around her felt sharp. The wealthy townspeople were dressed in shimmering silks, soft velvets, and furs that looked like captured clouds. A woman named Doña Faustina draped in emerald silk and pearls, turned her nose up as Amina passed. "Look at this beggar child," she whispered loudly to her friend. "How dare she bring such filth into the house of the heavens? She is wearing a potato sack." The ladies around her giggle, their fans fluttering like the wings of nervous birds. Doña Faustina pointed a gloved finger, her jewelry sparkling in the candlelight. "You should be ashamed, little girl. This is a place for beauty and finery, not for trash from the barn." The words felt colder than the mountain wind, and for a moment Amina wanted to run back up the mountain and hide. Amina reached out a hand, and the Virgin seemed to lean down from her pedestal. In that dreamlike moment, the burlap on the statue began to glow with a light brighter than any silk. "You are clothed in the truth of the world," the light seemed to whisper. Amina realized that dignity wasn't found in what you bought, but in the love and labor that kept you warm. Amina walked out of the cathedral with her head held high, floating just an inch above the snowy ground. She didn't hear the mockers anymore. She climbed back toward the mountains, a golden girl in a burlap sack, carrying the warmth of the whole world back to her grandmother. Manuela was waiting in the doorway, and together they shone like the brightest